So, we're supposed to give 3 reasons why we felt these videos that we watched were so important. Um, and one of the videos was on secondhand language and acquisition and learning. And we think the ability to subconsciously learn a language is with us our entire life and never goes away. This is what he said was true, and I kind of can see that more now because when I lived in Texas for 8 months or whatever, I did not know anything about Spanish or the language itself. And where we were living, it was a very diverse area, and there were lots of Hispanics, and there was way more Spanish than there was English. So just by being there, I picked up some sentences and some words, and were able to understand people a lot more than I was before I even got there. So it's crazy that just by being around it and your ability to pick it up, it's with you your entire life. And when you're actually about to say something in your intermediate language, it comes from what you have acquired. And you think of the rules that you've learned in school, and you're trying to make corrections in your head about what to say before you actually say it. Because he said in the video, learning gives us our accuracy, and acquisition gives us our fluency, and that we need balance with both when it comes to speaking a different language or any language at that. In the second video, he mentioned about writing makes us smarter. It was the very first thing he said in the video. And that is something that is so true, and that I never really thought about how much it makes us smarter. Because you have a better understanding of our language, and you have a better vocabulary, grammar skills. It just makes you understand whatever language you're learning so much better. And he actually said most of the work of writing, 99% of it is revision, which I never thought it was that much, because that is like pretty much what the whole writing process is about, way more than I would have thought. And it's all about just making your writing better, so it makes sense. And also, the last one that I want to share is, he said, with language and writing, you have to know the rules about it. And he said most of the people who know these rules are people who write textbooks. And I found that very interesting because we read textbooks all the time, and these people, I guess, are considered professional writers. Well, he also said that these writers don't exactly write in how we can understand it necessarily, even though it is in our language. So it's just interesting because he's right. Because when I read a textbook, sometimes depending on the textbook, it sometimes is hard to understand. You have to go back through and you have to reread it and everything to understand it, and it makes it harder than just reading like a book you find in the library that you find interesting. And sometimes textbooks aren't interesting, which can make it even harder to want to learn what's in the textbook and know what's going on. So those are my 3 ideas that I found important about the videos that we watched. Thanks.